have a question. What is your favorite song and how do you connect with it? Is it when you fell in love or through something really difficult? I'm your host, Tiffany Mason. Now join me as I interview others and we take a walk down memory lane with them. Let's get lost in why that music matters to them. Turn up your radio and let's explore Memories with a Beat. Hello, Podcast Land. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Memories with a Beat. And today I have with me Ed
Cunard.
And so if you wouldn't mind, Ed, would you explain to my audience, where you are, what you got going on right now, what keeps you busy?
Yeah. Well, aside from working, nonstop, like I always do, my best friend and I did start a podcast, which is how I met Tiffany. It's called The Greatest Song Ever Sung Poorly. It's a karaoke-focused talk show.
I absolutely love the premise of the show. I love the title. And personally, anybody who knows me, I just love to laugh. So if you can get me laughing, we are BFFs, right? So I know that originally you said oh yeah, I have a podcast about karaoke. And then I was like, what's the name of it? And then just the title of the podcast pulled me in. And then I just love that you guys are talking about karaoke. So my favorite karaoke memory to share is first of all, I can only string together a couple of notes and then I usually lose it. So I thought it would be a good idea to sing God Bless the USA. I sing it every 4th of July at the top of my lungs after a couple of adult beverages. I sound great. So this naturally seemed like a good decision, right? Well, there's a part in the middle where he holds a note for a decent amount of time. And in the middle, I ran out of breath. And so I just apologized to the whole bar for hurting their eardrums and tried to slaughter through the rest of the song. I'm not your person that you want singing karaoke with you on a regular basis, Ed.
I will argue against that. My theory is do not apologize.
Okay.
We're all there because we love singing and we love music. It doesn't matter if you can sing. It doesn't matter if you can't. Everyone can sing unless there's some physiological problem preventing them from making noises with their mouth. It's not a matter of whether you sing or well or whether you sing not so well. At a good karaoke bar, everyone's going to clap anyway. They're either going to clap because you were good or they're going to clap because it's over. But one way or another, they're going to clap.
This is true. Okay. I could look forward to the clapping that, yes, please get the heck off the stage. Yes, good. How long have you been doing karaoke, Ed?
I have, prior to the pandemic, I had an unbroken streak of doing it at least one night a week for over 13 years, I want to say.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to be your friend, though, because then you're like, hey, come out to the bar. We'll sing. And maybe I don't sing, but I get to watch everybody else sing. So that's really super fun.
And that's a really great way to interact with it, too. I have friends who I go to the bar with who never get up to sing, but they come out and it's a good time to, be with your friends and meet new people.
Yeah.
And do some crazy things.
Yeah. And learn new music. I mean, you never know when someone's I went to Iowa for my nephew's graduation and got introduced to a song and put it on my playlist and come to find out it's a fairly recent song. And I was like, okay, it wasn't on my radar. So you never know, what kind of new music you're going to be exposed to as well. Okay, so you have a co-host on your podcast. How do you do a podcast about karaoke? So you talk about one song, you talk about 10 songs. How do you guys break down the karaoke?
By and large, we don't really talk about songs all that often.
Okay.
Mostly what we do is we find a guest and then we pick a theme that goes with our conversation with that guest. So we talked about karaoke competitions when we talked to the winner of the 2020 Karaoke World Championship. When we talked to Mara Wilson, the actress and author, we talked about storytelling in karaoke and storytelling through songs. So we kind of just try to fit that in. We have an upcoming episode where we talk to somebody who I know through a friend who's a sex and relationship podcaster. So that entire episode is about flirting, dating, and hooking up at karaoke.
Oh, fun. Well, I will definitely have to tune into that one. I don't want to miss that one for sure. So you mentioned the storyline in one of the episodes that you guys kind of broke down, storytelling, not the storyline, but storytelling. And I always like to ask, do you find that you're more attracted to the lyrics of a song, or is it more like the music or the feeling or the memories associated with music?
It absolutely depends on the context for stuff.
Okay.
So growing up, I grew up in a musical family. I'm the least talented person in my genetic line in terms of making music. But I grew up with like jazz and the American Songbook, so I have a very deep, abiding love of Cole Porter and Irving Berlin.
Mm,
Uh, the neighborhood I grew up in, the music at the time, late 70s, early 80s, primarily hip hop. So I have a decided love of something with great rhythm and a great beat. And I grew up as a kid in the 90s. So I listened to a lot of grunge music where I can't tell you if I actually know the lyrics of the
yeah.
songs, but I mean, it's all context dependent. They all work together. I mean, you need everything to kind of work together to make a song successful and memorable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. That's never been brought up before. So I think that's a valid point. Yeah. Okay. You said that you were a kid of the 90s. I was too.
Oh, we're the
And
same age, Tiffany.
oh, we are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I
I'll,
don't
I'll
know.
say it that way, and that way we can keep it a mystery, right?
Nobody has to know. Shh. Yes. So when I heard this, I immediately thought like early 90s. That's exactly what I thought of when I heard this song. Um, so do you want to break into your song a little bit and let me know like why you chose it?
And by break into the song, you're not trying to trick me into singing it, are you?
No, if you want to, you certainly
No,
could.
no one needs to hear that. This is definitely, again, I picked a song that I just connect with, and I feel like it'll connect with more people. But it's not a song that I've done at karaoke because, to my knowledge, it doesn't exist at karaoke, and it's decidedly out of the range that I can make with my mouth. Um, but the song is "Get Better" by Frank Turner. It's folk punk. It's relatively recent. It's not late '90s, but I can see I
Mhm.
can I can see the influence there.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I thought of when I heard it. I was like, did I just maybe miss this song? Like, because I really, truly enjoyed it. I mean, I liked it. Listen, in just a minute, you're going to want to text the word details to the number I give you. So quick, go grab a pen. I'll wait. Okay, write down 904-560-5597 and the word details. Now, here's why you're going to want to text it. If you're an entrepreneur like me, I know that you have a lot of hats that you have to wear. But guess what? I have really good news. I've just found a system. I call it the No More system. Why do I call it that? Well, no more wondering if someone looked at your proposal, no more worrying about checking messages on multiple platforms, no longer having to check back with a prospect and see if they need to reschedule, no more worrying about the prospects that ghosted you. There's an automation for that. There are tags and segmentations that will update a contact's record when they say open an email or whatever. It's amazing. No more worrying about updating your pipeline. No more, I've got to make sure to send this person information. No more to a lot of things. So I call it the No More system, even though the actual name is Follow Up Speed. Follow Up Speed is a CRM, an automated follow-up team. You can run a promotion, a course, a membership. It can even be your website, all rolled into one quote-unquote hub, if you will. It's seemingly endless, all of the different pipelines clients can go through with follow-up speed. Best part, it's at their speed. I just want to share one more thing, which is my favorite current automation. If a client or listener texts one of my keywords, sure, I can have an automation in place, or I can reply as myself. And that's who they've invested in, correct? Us, the business owner. I hope you can see your day-to-day being simplified and your business growing as a result. Check out Follow Up Speed now by texting details to 904-560-5597. And of course, it'll be in the show notes. Now, back to the show. And I watched, you sent me 2 videos of the song. I watched the one with the lyrics. And I don't know what it is with our culture right now, but we love watching people write, or like those quick little doodle commercials. So the one I watched was with lyrics, and I'll put this one in the show notes for you guys. But it was where he's writing out the lyrics. And what was so cool about it is it wasn't that he was just writing out the lyrics. Like some of them were on paper and some of them were on his albums and some of them were on like scrap paper. I thought it was so creative how he put it together.
Yeah, it's a fantastic lyric video. I think it is the official artist video for that song. I don't know. I don't really watch music videos. I
Yeah,
listen
right?
to stuff more than I watch it. So
Yeah, it's not like we're in the MTV days where like you're tuning into the videos anymore. So video may have killed the radio star at one point, but I think we're past that.
yeah, now streaming has killed the video star.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. We should turn that into a karaoke. I almost busted out, but you know, I don't want to hurt the viewer or the listeners' ears. Okay. Do you want to break down the song based on like some memories, or do you want to go over the lyrics of the song?
I say we go over the lyrics because it's
Okay.
not like it's a song that I have memories attached to.
Okay.
It's more speaking to where I am and where I think a lot of us are. We're still in a very rough place. Things were shut down almost entirely for a year. Things are still shut down to some extent.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's trying to navigate, you know, can I do this? Is this safe? Is this prudent? So between that and between just, you know, like working on your professional life, working on your personal self, I really connect with the idea of you can get through this, you can be better, you can get better. I mean, the whole point of the song is, you know, I'm trying to get better because I haven't been my best. And it goes through to saying we can get better because we're not dead yet. And we're not. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here talking to you.
Right? I think what I really enjoyed about it is that I couldn't guess the next words. You know, like sometimes you're listening to a song and you kind of know, like, oh, they're gonna say house or whatever.
Mhm.
And I kind of liked the unpredictability of it when they were singing a lot or when they were doing the lyrics. I think what I liked that they kept saying was, and now come on, let's fix this mess. We could get better because we're not dead yet. I just liked, let's fix this mess. I thought that was kind of, you know, I mean, I think pandemic or not, right? You're always kind of in a mess.
Right.
And I like drawing a line across the broken heart and we can make this better. I really liked a lot of the imagery that they used throughout the song. What else sticks out for you for this song, Ed?
In not a lyrical sense, I
Yeah.
really do love anything that has a part that kind of screams. Not a noise that I can make, but I always respect and appreciate when people can yell real loudly while singing.
Get some aggression out.
Not even aggression, just it's a noise that I can't make. So whenever someone else can, I'm like, oh yeah, you do that, man.
So this is not something that you attempt during karaoke.
To my knowledge, this doesn't exist for legal official karaoke.
I'm thinking any song that has this screaming that you love so much. Do you attempt it when you're in karaoke mode?
Actually, yeah, I do. I mean, my thing with karaoke is I'm not a great singer. I'm a good karaoke singer, but that just means that I'm slightly better than average. It doesn't mean I'm good. It just means I've heard a lot of really bad karaoke, and I'm like, okay, I'm not the worst guy in the bar most nights. I'm often not the best. Not a great singer. I know where my happy place is, and then at karaoke, I completely ignore where my happy place is. And my special trick, or the thing that I like to do with karaoke, is pick a song at random.
Okay.
Which means sometimes picking a song I've never actually heard before. So the first time I hear it, I do it, which is there's a Britney Spears song where the first word in the title is work. I don't know if I can say the other word in the title. First time I ever heard it is when I sang it at karaoke.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I've always been envious of the movie Yes Man, where Jim Carrey and like some other chick, they're, you know, exploring things and he's saying yes to everything. And they get to the airport and they just pick the next flight. That's so my speed. So to go to karaoke and just pick the next song, love it.
I'm just very fortunate that I'm socially fearless. It's the only thing that I don't plan with. I mean, my day-to-day is all regimented and planned and scheduled. And I like to plan. I like to make plans. I like to follow through with plans. But when it comes to karaoke, I'm like, hey, what stupid random song can I sing right now?
My mom is a little bit shyer or shy-ish, although she has a very good singing voice, quite honestly. But when we were in Iowa doing karaoke, and I was like, okay, what song do you want to do, Mom? And so she just picked a song, and I think I actually picked the song. I was like, no, you're just singing it with me. And she was like, I am? I'm like, yeah, yep, we're gonna sing the song, Mom. So how many people usually go out to karaoke with you guys?
I mean, it all depends. Adam and I no longer go out to karaoke together since he moved a few states away.
Oh,
So
shucks.
yeah, and I don't think he's actually been back to karaoke since he's moved out there because he hasn't
Mm.
found it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I
Yeah,
go.
waiting for it to come up
I mean,
again.
again, whether it's advisable or not, I've been going out at least once a week locally because that's the
Hmm.
option I have. For a while, I was driving a little farther away. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm vaccinated. I am gonna just take the risk and hope things work out.
Yeah.
When I travel for work, though, I will absolutely do more because I'll usually be in areas where there's more opportunity to do it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
Where are you located, Ed?
I'm about an hour east of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in a
Okay.
small college town. We'll say that.
Okay. Okay. Very good. I assumed you must be somewhere up north
Yeah.
because I'm in Florida. So we would advise you to go out every night.
The older I get, though, the harder that actually becomes just in general. I used to actually fly to Florida every month for work for a while, and I did
Oh,
go out.
wow.
I did go out most nights when I was down there.
Yeah.
But again, over the years, it became harder to do that. I would find myself leaving the bar earlier and earlier and earlier, and
Yes. Yes. I know. We can't take too much of a good time as we get a little bit older.
at least not be rested and able to function the next day.
Yeah, right. Amen. Amen to that. So, when you have this song come on, you obviously don't go to a karaoke bar in your mind. Is there somewhere like when you're listening to the song, what pulls you in when it's on the radio? It's just the music and some of those lyrics that you shared that pull you in, or do you have a couple of memories attached to this song?
It's not so much memories, except for this. I'm a big fan of this artist, and
Yep.
I'm happy to say that my last show that I went to before the pandemic was one of his U.S. tours, and my
Oh,
first show when
cool.
things reopened was when he played in Pittsburgh a few weeks ago. It's just
So
it's music.
cool.
For me, it's just music that I love. Like I can't visualize stuff. I actually have that thing where you can't picture something in your head. If I close my eyes
Uh-huh.
and I try to picture something, nothing happens. I don't see anything. I can't do that. I don't have that kind of imagination where it works in a visual sense. But when this is in my car, whether it's karaoke or not, I am singing loudly and far off key.
That
But
was
I'm
going to be my
but
next
I'm
question.
doing
Is
my
it?
best.
Yeah.
You know, you give me Johnny Cash, you give me Shaggy, you give me something in that vocal range. Okay, I'm gonna get closer. Bing Crosby, absolutely. Anybody like high tenor? No, I can't. I can't do that.
Funny. I think we have the same singing range. I may be able to go just a little bit higher than you, given the physiological difference between the two of us. So I was going to ask you if the radio is up loud when this song comes on. It makes me think of I call it the all request Tiffany all request hour, where on road trips when my kids fall asleep, you bet your sweet tail, I turn the radio up. I don't even know how they sleep through it, but I sound just like Celine Dion. I am
Wow.
basically I am Celine Dion. I mean, it's amazing.
What kind of car do you drive? I need a car that has that kind of sound system. I've never sounded like Celine Dion.
It's the acoustics. It's the
Is it?
acoustics of the
Yeah, yeah.
vehicle. Yeah, it's
I
aerodynamic and good acoustics.
My embarrassing thing is if I just need to get it out of my system, I will make playlists that like if I was doing a concert, I would sing these songs in this order, and that's how it would go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's not a concert anybody would want to attend. It's usually like Leonard Cohen, Tom Waits, Nora Jones, Diana Krall.
Ooh.
I
Nora
do a mean turn
Jones.
me on. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Well, I wish you lived closer. I would totally hit up some karaoke with you. Oh my gosh. I need to look for karaoke in our area. We do a lot of trivia. So
Yeah, that's a big thing now in bars too. That's fun.
yes, yes, yes. Very fun. We have this obnoxious DJ that comes, and he really just tears the audience a new one, and we all must love it. But I need to find a karaoke place. I need to widen my horizon and embarrass myself a little bit more, I
It's
feel
good.
like.
It's good for the soul. It builds up. It builds up a thicker skin. If you can, everyone is afraid of public speaking, right? Isn't that what they say that that's the biggest fear of the American public is speaking? Yeah.
Yes.
So how much scarier does public singing have to be? Just conquer that top fear.
I feel like it's like similar. But the other thing is like speaking, you just have to speak. But if you have to go sing, I mean, now they're expecting some sort of talent.
Right? Yeah.
So I feel like it could be more scary. But I'm also up for totally being drugged through the mud, laughing it off, and, having some fun. So
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say. Never apologize in the middle of your song. You paid for your 3 to 5 minutes on the stage. Use it however you want to.
yeah, I need to do that. I
Be
often,
unapologetic in your joy, Tiffany.
okay, fair enough. I need to get better about breath
Yeah.
control, right? Like I get up there and I'm so excited, and then the intro like takes forever, and then I get kind of nervous, and then my heart starts beating really fast, and then I get out of breath. Are there any tricks that you would share for karaoke?
No, because I haven't learned that yet either. I really will fall. I
Okay.
have very poor breath control. I have I try not to do anything with long sustained notes. I didn't listen to really any country music until I started doing this, but that falls into my vocal range better. And
Mm-hmm.
and Conway Twitty has kicked the crap out of me a couple times trying to get through some of that.
Not your proudest
No,
moments.
I mean, no, they're all my proudest moments. I love it when I crash and burn. It's fantastic. I'm living proof that anyone can get up and do it.
That's so awesome. Well, is there anything more you want to add about this song, Ed?
If you like stuff that sounds like that has like a roots rock kind of feel, if you like punk music, if you like folk music, if you like all of these things where they intersect, the sound of any of this guy's stuff, if you haven't heard him, it's fantastic. It'll get you through, and you'll be part of a devoted fan base. It's not a cult, we all say, but kind of. I mean,
Well,
again,
I'm really
he's the only
excited to check out some more stuff by Frank Turner, because this is really that's definitely part of the stuff that I really truly enjoy. And for the audience, don't forget there is a playlist on Spotify, Apple Music, and even YouTube. The song will be on there so you guys can check it out. But I would encourage you, I mean, maybe check it out on Spotify so that it leads you to more Frank Turner songs, and you can kind of check those out and see what they sound like. But yeah, it kind of makes me a little bit nostalgic because it does have that 90s feel to it. So I think I would enjoy that. Do a lot of his songs have that same kind of vibe to them?
it's hard to say because I'm not good at placing that vibe.
Okay.
He started off in a hardcore band, so a
Mm-hmm.
lot of it is very much on the punk side of things, which did really influence, pop punk, the other punk of the '90s, the grunge of the '90s, all of that. It all kind of interplays. If it's a song that you can do by yourself in a garage with your friends, a lot of that comes together, and that's how people in our age range kind of learned how to do stuff. Is not me. I have literally
Me neither.
no talent for doing anything like that, but props to those who do. They give us
Yeah.
they give us the new music that we listen to now.
Yeah, I feel insanely envious. Like, I thought I would grow out of it by now, but I guess it's here to stay. So whatever.
I'm gonna be like that guy that I saw in a bar in Cape Coral, Florida, who he had to be 75 years old, and he got up on stage and he did "Poison" by Belle Biv DeVoe, and I tell you, it was
Yes.
fantastic. Like, I'm gonna be that guy if I
Yes.
make it that far.
Me too. Me too, all the way. Me too. I'm going to be up there jamming, rocking, and unapologetically in my joy.
There we go.
I hope if nothing else, everybody took that message away from them. Get up there, do the karaoke, and be unapologetic in your joy. Just own it and no apologizing in the middle.
That's all we can ask for.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Ed. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And guys, check out the playlists and check out the show notes for any additional information on Ed and his podcast, because I'll definitely have a link in there for you guys. And other than that, guys, I hope that this episode was music to your ears. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? You never know what rabbit holes we'll get to go down and explore. Were you reminded of anything? Or anyone? Share what it was with me in a review. Honestly, the reviews don't do me any favors other than knowing people like you are listening to this podcast. Insert cheesy wink. However, the ratings do help, so leave me 5 stars. You know you wanna. This podcast was produced by Virtual You, supporting you in all things podcasting. To connect or check me out on social media, I mean, I know you're just going to stalk me. But see the show notes, as always, for details. Can't wait to dive into my next guest's memories with a beat. Hit subscribe now. You don't want to miss the next episode.